Hickey.
Hey, yo, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. It is real live music right here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. We're here hanging out inside Visit Knoxville, and you can come join us if you like. If you can't be here, know that it is streaming live right now from our Facebook or our YouTube channel, or you can watch it back later at your convenience. So our guests today, well, they're certainly not new to us here at the Blue Plate or, well, in the Knoxville area for that matter. These two guys here have been a staple of the Knoxville music scene since, I guess, the 70s. Is that right?
At least. Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, that's when,
Yeah.
that's when we met. Yeah.
Yo, give a great big welcome to Steve Horton and Dan Gammon to the Blue Plate Special.
Thank you, Ed.
I'm just an old river rat floating on down where the water's flat. I'm looking for that fishing hole where I can sit and rest my soul. An old river rat easing on down where the fishing's at. If I float my boat just right, I might get home late tonight. Well, I've been rolling on that river so long, the fish know me by now. They recognize my line and hook hanging from the bow. Well, this old boat has been my friend too many years to count. I'm gonna float myself to heaven in it. You know there's no doubt I'm just an old river rat floating on down where the water's flat. I'll drop my anchor in the shade. You might say I got it made, an old river rat easing on down where the fishing's at. If I float my boat just right, I might get home late tonight. Well, Grandpa took me on that river when I was just a kid. He taught me how to bait my hook and where the big ones hid. I love to see that bobber dancing in the morning light. Mayflies buzzing, bullfrogs jumping, everything's alright. I'm just an old river rat floating on down where the water's flat. I'll drop my anchor in the shade. You might say I got it made, an old river rat easing on down where the fishing's at. If I float my boat just right, I might get home late tonight. If I float my boat just right, I might get home late tonight. Thank you. If you listen to the CD, it is a big splash right on the end, too. We have CDs from the Jug Band and where we recorded that. So. Hey, Red.
Howdy.
What do you know?
I know it's been a long time since we've seen y'all up on that stage.
Yeah, we used to have a bigger band than this. This is just a slice of Yun's.
Yeah, they all run off and left us.
This is a song I've been singing in various forms since I was about 18 years old. It's called St. James Infirmary. I was down in old Joe's barroom at a corner by the square. They were serving the drinks as usual. and the usual crowd was there. On my left stood Big Bill McKennedy. His eyes were bloodshot red. He turned to the crowd around him, and this is what he said. I went down to that St. James Infirmary. My baby, there she lay, laid out on the cold marble table. Well, I looked and I turned away. Let her go, God bless her, wherever she may be. She can search this wide world over, but she'll never find a man like me. Well, 15 cold black horses hitched to a rubber-tired hack carried 7 girls to the graveyard, and it brought only 6 of them back. Now I may be drowned in the ocean, may be killed by the cannonball, but let me tell you all, my good friends, that a woman was the cause of it all. Hallelujah. Let her go, God bless her, wherever she may be. She can search this wide world over, but she'll never find a man like me. Die, please, won't you bury me in my milk-white Stetson hat, with a $20 gold piece on my watch chain, so the boys will know I died standing by. Give me 6 poker dealers for pallbearers, let a horse sing my funeral song, with a red-hot band beating it out, raising hell as we roll along. Let her go, God bless her, wherever she may be. She can search this wide world over, but she'll never find a man like me. No, she'll never find a man like me. No, she'll never find a man like me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Dan Gammon and Steve Horton with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. Y'all give a great big round of applause to Will Ross back there on the bass as well.
Yeah. Will brings our average age down.
Will's kind of just kind of feeling in today, and you know, I didn't want to act like he was invisible there, you know, because us here in the room can tell there's more than just Dan and Steve on the stage there. So, with that being said, these two front a band called Yuns, which we've seen many, many times here on the Blue Plate Special. Again, band members come, band members go. So we're down to these two right now currently, but
Not all of them could be here.
obviously,
This is just a slice of Yuns.
So we left the kazoos at home.
Couple of
This is
Yuns.
the folky version of Yuns.
gotcha. So
And the Swedish death metal, too, of course.
there's first we want to talk about this benefit. Dan, why don't you tell everybody, this is a benefit that they'll be playing at the Standing Bear Farm Hostel.
Right. Well, it's not at Standing Bear, but it's for Standing Bear.
For Standing Bear.
It's going to be at they've just changed the name of it, the Heritage Sweetwater Creek or something like that in Cotton County. It's on the road to Bat Harbor, if that tells you anything. So anyway, in the recent flood that closed I-40 the second time, the flash flood, they are just maybe a quarter mile up the mountain from there, and they just got hammered and lost several of their buildings, and they had to be rescued by the Swiftwater rescue boats, or Swiftwater rescue team. They were in a giant truck, came and got them, and dogs and hikers and all kinds of people. So anyway, we're playing this this benefit, and there should be some more information if you go to Standing Bear's website. I walked out of the house with the wrong sheaf of papers, and so I had all the details down, and now I don't. So
Well, that's the basics.
July
July 24th.
July
It's a
24th.
Thursday. Yes.
It's 5 to 9:30.
And
So it'll
more
get us all our old people out of there before dark. You know.
Dan and I can't drive in the dark.
But they're asking
maybe,
for
maybe you all can hire Will to
There
drive
you
you.
go. That's right.
they're asking for a $20 donation. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, and that covers the music, food, and general goings on. So.
All right. Just search out Standing Bear Farm Hostel.
Yeah.
And for more information there. Then y'all got a gig, it's a big jug band night at the Laurel Theater.
Yeah, it's a mini jug band jubilee. We're opening for the Knox County Jug Stompers at the Laurel Theater September 27th.
All right.
So that's a long ways away, but if you're on our mailing list or if you're on Facebook, if you're not on the email list, you can sign up with me before I get out of here. I'll be glad to take your number down and or your address down and keep you posted.
All right. And then Will Russ back there on the bass. Well, he's going to be doing a little opening set there with Blind House on July 13th. That's at Barley's for the album release of Appalachian Bell Jar with Red in the Paper Flowers. So several, these guys are staying busy this summer. You can, I don't know, Will, is Blonde House got social media pages out there, I'm sure?
Yeah, we've
All
got
right.
social media and website. You can look us up at blindhouseband.com.
All right, all right. Y'all shaking howdy with everybody afterwards and thank them for being here. But for now, we're going to get more music.
We do have CDs with us for the jug band, so if you don't have one, you need it.
And
We'll
I will say, no kazoos were exploited or abused during this set.
I don't know about that. I was there when it was recorded. There was some abuse.
No, during this.
Oh, during this.
During this performance. All right. 2, 3.
Some Jimmy Rogers.
All around the water town. waiting for a train, 1,000 miles away from home, sleeping in the rain. I walked up to a brakeman just to hand him a line of talk. He said, if you got the money, boy, I see that you don't walk. I haven't got a nickel, not a penny can I show. Get off, you railroad bum. He slammed the boxcar door. Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay. They put me off in Texas, the state I dearly love. Wide open spaces around me, moon and the stars up above. Nobody seemed to want me or lend me a helping hand. I'm on my way to Frisco, Lord, heading back to Dixieland. My pocketbook is empty and my heart is full of pain. I'm 1,000 miles away from home, waiting for a train. Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay. Well, nobody seemed to want me or lend me a helping hand. I'm on my way from Frisco, Lord, heading back to Dixieland. My pocketbook is empty and my heart is full of pain. I'm 1,000 miles away from home, waiting for a train. Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay.
We should have warned you there was going to be yodeling now.
I heard on an interview on NPR some time back that yodeling is good for your voice. So I need to do more of it. But we don't have any more yodeling songs today, do we?
We'll do a Jesse Winchester song right now. I think I see a wagon rutted road with the weeds growing tall between the tracks, and along one side runs a rusty barbed wire fence. Beyond that sits an old tar paper shack. Mississippi, you're on my mind. Mississippi, you're on my mind. Oh, oh, Mississippi, you're on my mind. I think I hear a noisy old John Deere in a field specked with dirty cotton lint. Below the field runs a shady little creek. It's there you'll find the cool green leaves of mint. Mississippi, you're on my mind. Mississippi, you're on my mind. Oh, oh, Mississippi, you're on my mind. think I smell the honeysuckle vine, that heavy sweetness like to make me sick. And the dogs, my God, they're hungry all the time. The snakes are sleeping where the weeds are thick. Mississippi, you're on my mind. Mississippi, you're on my mind. Oh, oh, Mississippi, you're on my mind. I think I feel an angry oven heat. That southern sun is blazing in the sky. Dusty weeds, the fat grasshopper jumps. I wanna make it to that creek before I fry. Mississippi, you're on my mind. Mississippi, you're on my mind. Oh, oh, Mississippi, you're on my mind. Mississippi, you're on my mind. Mississippi, you're on my mind. Oh, oh, Mississippi, you're on my mind.
That goes out to a girl from the Mississippi Delta. You know who you are. What's next? Let's see. Turn my screen.
This
back
song was
on.
written about 70 some years ago, actually the year I was born. And it's about a problem that existed then, had existed for decades then, and guess what? They still haven't solved it. The crops are all in, the peaches are rotten, oranges piled and their tree is so dumb. They're flying back to the Mexican border, lay all their money to way back again. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosita, adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have your name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportees.
Father's own father waded that river. They took all the money he made in his life. My brothers and sisters come working through trees. They rode the truck till they took down and died.
Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita, adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have your name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportees.
this the best way we can grow our big orchards? Is this the best way we can grow our big fruit? Fall like dry leaves to rot on my topsoil, be called by no name except deportees.
Goodbye to my Juan, goodbye Rosalita, adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have your name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportees. All they will call you will be deportees. Just like we practiced.
It's Steve Horton and Dan Gammon with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. Quickly, I need to mention that support for the WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from listeners just like yourselves and from Barley's. Down in Knoxville's Old City, it is home of the Big Plate on Fridays at noon. This Friday, we are taking the 4th of July off, so enjoy the day, spend some time with your family and friends. Just stay safe out there. Additional support for the Blue Plate Special comes from Visit Knoxville, Modelo Especial and Corona Extra. So, as I mentioned, it's Steve Horton and Dan Gammon and the not mentioned guy, Will Ross, up there on the stage
Gotta mention
with us
him.
here today. On the Blue Plate Special, we're going to get a few more tunes from these guys here today on the Blue Plate Special.
3 more. All right. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, make you wanna holler, hidey-ho, burn your tummy, don't you know? Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, grape wine in a mason jar, homemade and brought to school by a friend of mine after class. Me and him and this other fool decided that we'd drink up what's left. Chug-a-lug, so help thyself. First time with everything, my ears still ring. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, make you wanna holler, hidey-ho, burn your tummy, don't you know? Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, 4-H and the FFA, on a field trip to the farm, me and friends sneaked off behind this big old barn where we uncovered a covered up moonshine still. Chug-a-lug, I drank my fill, I swallowed it with a smile. I run 10 miles, chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, make you wanna holler, hidey-ho, burn your tummy, don't you know? Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, come on, pick it, Dan.
Jukebox and a sawdust floor, something like I ain't never seen, and me just going on 15. But with the help of my finagling uncles, I get snuck in. For my first taste of sin, I said, let me have a big old sip. I done a double backflip.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, make you wanna holler, hidey-ho, burn your tummy, don't you know? Chug-a-lug, 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 make you wanna holler, hidey-ho, burn your tummy, don't you know? Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, chug-chug, chug-chug-a-lug. do have that one on a CD with, well, that's probably got kazoos and all kinds of extra noises on it. So be sure and take a copy home with you. We say a couple more. Is that what you're saying? What do you want to add with there, Dan? We came prepared.
Well, let's just go ahead and do Buckets of Rain and the Fiddler. That'll be a good closer.
All right, that'll work. Works for me.
Which means I need to switch instruments.
Buckets of Rain. You've heard that before, haven't you? That's one you know. This guy can pick up and play. He don't need practice. Buckets of rain, buckets of tears. Got all them buckets running out of my ears. Buckets of moonbeams in my hand. Got all the love, honey, baby, I can stand. Sing it, Dan.
I can be meek or hard like an oak. I've seen pretty people going up in smoke. Well, temps may arrive, friends will disappear. But if you want me, honey, baby, I'll be there.
That's what you tell all of
A smile on your fingertips. I like the way that you move your hips. I like the way you sit. Okay. Everything about you brings me such misery.
you want now. Got your little red wagon, little red bike. I ain't no monkey, but I know what I like. I like the way you move me soft and slow. Taking you with me every which way I go. Now life is a gas, life is a bus. All you can do is do what you must do and try to do it well. You know I do it for you, honey, baby, can't you tell? Oh, man. Buckets of rain, buckets of tears. Got all them buckets running out of my ears. Buckets of moonbeams in my hand. Got all the love, honey, baby, I can stand. Let's beat that. Got all the love, honey, baby, I can stand. Oh, yeah.
Steve Horton, Dan Gammon, and Will Ross with us here today. On the Blue Plate Special, we're going to get one last tune from them here today. Again, they have merch available at the merch table. And again, we'll start with Will's performance with Red and the Paper Flowers. He'll be playing with Blind House that evening. That's July 13th at Barley's for Red's big CD release, or I guess I should say album release. Now, when it comes to Yuns, it's CDs at the merch table. You know, there's an age difference here. The kids are back to albums. The old farts are still listening to CDs, but I'm right there with y'all.
I resemble that remark.
I heard it. Again, the Standing Bear Farm Hostel Benefit, July 24th. They will be performing there for those folks. And then again in September at the Laurel Theater, the big jug band spectacular that evening at the Laurel Theater with Young's Jug Band and the Knox County Jug Stompers as well. So thank you guys so much for being
Thank you,
here
Red,
with
and
us
thanks
today.
to DVX for having us and putting this on and playing good music when they do all the time.
You can certainly search out Yuns on social media, as well as Dan Gammon and Steve Horton. They're out there as well, individually, and Blind House as well. They're out there on all the socials.
Will's a
As
busy
well.
man. I'll
He
tell you that.
is a busy man.
But also, I want to send out a shout to everybody that's listening in on the radio and on the internet. And I heard Jack and Marlene were going to be listening, so
All right.
we'll send a thank you to them for being a part of this scene for so long. We miss them. All right, we're going to close here with a closing song. It was done by Charlie Moore and his Dixie Pals years ago, and it sounds like an old camp song.
And I had the pleasure of recording this with Guy and Candy Carawan
And we'll send it out for
some
Candy.
years
too.
ago, and I can barely play it anymore. But here we go.
Good dance tune if you want to get a waltz. When the fiddler has played his last tune for the night, and the singer has sung his last song, and the band of ends guitars and banjos are quiet, and the loud noisy crowd has gone on, there's nothing as quiet as a night with no music, or as dark as a night with no stars. There's nothing as lonesome as a cold, lonely room, just wondering all night where you are. As we walked together, the music was playing, the wind whispered soft through the trees. With your arms around me, I whispered I love you, and the words seemed to float on the breeze. There's nothing as quiet as a night with no music, or as dark as a night with no stars. And nothing as lonesome as a cold, lonely room, just wondering all night where you are. Now the fiddler has played his last tune for the night, and the singer
lonesome as a cold, lonely room, just wondering all night where you are.
Thank you. Thank you, Red.
Steve Horton and Dan Gammon. Thank y'all. Join us again next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special.